In ancient times, China was full of sages. One brick thrown down could definitely knock down a sage. But the three most talented people must be Io, Shun, and Yu. These three, although only leaders of tribal alliances, had not yet sat on the throne, but because they could lead the people of the country to get rich and prosperous, and had a selfless spirit, so they were honored as holy kings. This situation lasted for many years. At that time, the throne was inherited by the son after the father died. But when a young man named Danju was about to ascend the throne, his father, Yao, abdicated the throne to someone else's child. This child's name was Shun, regarding Shun's family. Shun's father was not only blind, but also not intelligent. Shun also had a vicious stepmother and a very jealous younger brother. Shun's younger brother's name was Xiang. After Shun's stepmother gave birth to Xiang, she always felt that Shun was like someone picked up from a trash can. She was not good to Shun every day. Sometimes she almost didn't let Shun eat. And yeah, before abdicating, in order to examine Shun to see if he had the ability to be king, married his two beloved daughters, Yi Huang and Enving Tu. Shun was not only valued by Yao, but also married two beautiful wives. He was very happy. However, what Shun didn't know was that his younger brother was very angry because Shun's younger brother Xiang was very jealous. Xiang saw his elder brother married two beautiful wives, so he conspired with his father, planning to kill Xiang. Xiang thought, as long as he didn't have an elder brother, then he could also be king, and also married beautiful wives. Dad will use his strength. Xiang's father and Xiang's younger brother acted several times, but did not succeed. As for the reason, it was because Shun understood his father and younger brother and had been guarding against them. Although Shun's father and younger brother wanted to kill him every day, Shun still treated them as family. Every holiday, Shun would go home to cook for his father and give money to his younger brother. Seeing Shun like this, y'all understood that Shun could be king. So Shun easily passed y'all's examination. Soon after, y'all abdicated the throne to Shun and wed to travel the world. During Shun's reign, rivers often flooded. He sent a hydraulic expert named Gun to manage the river. However, the river was still not managed well, so Shun was very angry and asked the hydraulic expert to resign. Because the river was still flooding, Shun began to look for talent to manage the river again. He heard that Ganison was also a hydraulic expert, so he asked Ganison to manage the flood. You couldn't refuse, so he took office. Yu was a very serious person after he took office. In order to control the flood, he didn't go home for 13 years. During these 13 years, Yu, for his work, passed by his house 3 times, but never went back. You controlled the flood, and Shun was very satisfied. Before Shun died, he abdicated the throne to you. When you died, he abdicated the throne to Boy. But Boy was too old, didn't have the energy to manage the world, and didn't have enough prestige. So Boy abdicated the throne to you, son, Chi. Boy thought she was very capable and could lead people to a better life. However, she was a selfish person. It stands to reason that the throne should be decided by abdication, and she should also abdicate the throne. However, when she was about to retire, he was unwilling to abdicate the throne. She thought the throne originally belonged to his father. He now sits on the throne. Why should he continue to abdicate the throne? Therefore, she no longer abdicated the throne. Those who opposed him were all forced to retire by Qi. Subsequently, the throne in Chinese history was no longer abdicated. She established the first dynasty in Chinese history, Xia, and the original abdication system became a hereditary system. Some people think that the Xia Dynasty was founded by Yu, and others think it was founded by Qi, but no matter who founded it, the hereditary system started with Qi. At this time, Qi definitely did not expect that there be a cruel person among his descendants. This person's name was Jia. Jia, this person, had two hobbies, namely fighting and spending money. He waged wars and bullied the common people and liked to build palaces. After building the palaces, he didn't pay. Everyone hated him and planned to rise up to overthrow Jia's rule. During this process, there was a hunt, and native named Tang, who led an army, traveled a long distance, fought from Hunan to Luoyang, planning to drive Jia from the throne, and because Jia had been fighting external wars for a long time and exploiting the people internally, no one helped him. So, in the end, although Jia's army was larger than Tang's army, Jia still failed. Jia was driven from the throne and was imprisoned by Tang because Jia was driven from the throne. The Xia Dynasty fell. Finally, you might ask, why are y'all Shun and you called sages? That's because they adhere to the abdication system. That is, giving the throne to virtuous people, not their own relatives. And why was she hated after he inherited the throne? That's because he no longer adhered to the abdication system, but passed the throne to his own son. That is, when the father died, the throne was passed to his son. And when the son died, it was passed to his grandson. In this way, it was passed down from generation to generation. In this way, the world became his family's.